Shalom, welcome to Tactically Torah. I am Heath Hayes, and this is day 2 of reading the Bible in 1 year. We're going to pick up in Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. So let's go ahead and get reading. And Adam knew Hava, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have gained a man, Yahweh. And again she gave birth to Hebel, and Hebel became a keeper of the sheep, but Cain became a tiller of the ground. And it came to be in the course of time that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to Yahweh. And Hebel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat. And Yahweh looked on Hebel and his offering, but he did not look to Cain and his offering. And Cain was very wroth, and his face fell. And Yahweh said to Cain, Why is he wroth towards you? And why is your face fallen? Is it not if you do good, you are to be accepted, and if you do not do good, towards the door is a sin? He is lying, and towards you is his desire, and you must rule over him. And Cain told Hebel his brother. And it came to be, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Hebel his brother, and killed him. And Yahweh said to Cain, Where is Hebel your brother? And he said, I do not know. Am I my brother's guard? And he said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out from me to the ground, from the ground. And now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. If you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. And Cain said to Yahweh, My punishment is too great to bear. See, you have driven me from the face of the ground today, and I am hidden from your face. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and it shall be that anyone who finds me kills me. And Yahweh said to him, Well, if anyone kills Cain, he shall be avenged sevenfold. And Yahweh said, Set up a sign for Cain, lest anyone finding him strikes him. So Cain went out of the presence of Yahweh and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of the Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Hanok. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Hanok. And to Hanok was born Arad, and Arad brought forth Mehujael, and Mehujael brought forth Methusael, and Methusael brought forth Lamech. And Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of one was Adah, and the name of the second was Selah. And Adah bore Jabal, and he was the father of those who dwell in tents with livestock. And his brother's name was Ubal, and he was the father of all those who play the lyre and the flute. As for Selah, she also bore Tubal-Cain, and a smith of all kinds of tools in bronze and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Selah, Hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to my words, for I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hurting me. For Cain is avenged sevenfold, and Lamech 77-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and called his name Seth. For Elohim has appointed me another seed instead of Hebel, because Cain had killed him. And to Seth, to him also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. Then it was begun to call on the name of Yahweh. Chapter 5. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that Elohim created man, he made him in the likeness of Elohim. Male and female he created them, and he blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day that they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and brought forth a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. And after he brought forth Seth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years and brought forth Enosh. And after he brought forth Enosh, Seth lived 807 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. Enosh lived 90 years and brought forth Canaan. And after he brought forth Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and he brought forth Mahalalel. And after he brought forth Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and brought forth Yared. And after he brought forth Yared, Mahalalel lived 830 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Yared lived 162 years and brought forth Henoch. And after he brought forth Henoch, Yared lived 800 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Yared were 962 years, and he died. And Henoch lived 65 years and brought forth Methuselah. And after he brought forth Methuselah, Henoch walked with Elohim 300 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Henoch were 365 years. And Henoch walked with Elohim, then he was no more, for Elohim took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years and brought forth Lamech. And after he brought forth Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and brought forth a son, and called his name Noah, saying, "This one does comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahweh has cursed." And after he brought forth Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah brought forth Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Chapter 6. And it came to be, when men began to increase on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were good, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And Yahweh said, "My spirit shall not strive with man forever in his going astray. He is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of Elohim came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, the men of name. And Yahweh said that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And Yahweh was sorry that he made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. And Yahweh said, I am going to wipe off man, whom I have created from the face of the ground, both man and beast, creeping creature, and birds of the heavens. For I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of Yahweh. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with Elohim. And Noah brought forth 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the earth was corrupt before Elohim, and the earth was filled with violence. And Elohim looked upon the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all the flesh had corrupted their way of the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, the end of all the flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And see, I am going to destroy them from the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and out with a covering. This is how you are to make it. The length of the ark is 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. Make a window for the ark and complete it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. And see, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth to destroy all flesh in which is the breath of life from under the heavens. All that is on the earth is to die. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, and you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. And all of the living of the flesh, and of all the living of the flesh, 2 of each, you are to bring into the ark, to keep them alive with you, male and female. Of the birds of their kind, and of the cattle of their kind, and of the creeping creatures of the ground after their kind, 2 of each are to come to you, to keep them alive. As for you, take of all food that is eaten, and gather it to yourself, and it shall be of food for you and for them. And Noah did according to all that Elohim commanded him. So he did. All right. Here's chapters 4 through 6. Tomorrow we're going to do 7 through 10. Shalom.